Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive into something that I think is super important and affects probably, well, everybody in some way or another at some point in their lives.
Mhm.
We're going to be looking at all these articles and research about AI and senior care.
Yeah, really fascinating stuff.
Yeah, so how AI could totally revolutionize how older adults can live independently at home, for longer.
Right.
And we're talking about robot helpers
Hmm.
and smart homes and even like these systems that can, you know, predict health problems like before they even become, really serious.
Absolutely. The potential is just
It's
incredible.
mind-blowing.
Yeah.
But obviously, anytime you have a really powerful technology, you got to think about the downsides too.
Of course, yeah. Every coin has two sides, really.
Exactly. So that's what we're going to be doing in this deep dive,
Mhm.
exploring all sides of AI for seniors, both the awesome potential and the stuff that, we got to be careful about.
Yeah, that's the key, finding that balance. What really struck me going through all this research is just how much AI could change senior care.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're not just talking about robots replacing human caregivers, although, I mean, that is definitely a possibility. It's more about creating this whole ecosystem of support, using technology to tackle those, huge challenges we've got with caring for a growing, aging population.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I know for me, when I think about my own parents getting older, the thing that keeps me up at night is, what if they fall?
Mm.
Or they have like a health emergency when they're alone.
Yeah.
It's like a constant worry.
It's a huge worry for a lot of people, and
Yeah.
and that's where AI can step in, right? Like
Correct.
with potential solutions to those exact fears. You've got
Yeah.
things like Ally Cares, for instance.
High cares.
Yeah, it uses sensor so it can pick up on falls or like unusual activity, and then it automatically alerts emergency services if it needs to. So it's like this like a 224/7 safety net, Huge peace of mind for seniors and their families.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's like the safety aspect. But what about like the social and emotional side of getting older? Because I read that loneliness and isolation can be massive problems for seniors,
Absolutely.
especially if they live alone. Can AI really do anything about that?
Well, it's complicated.
Yeah.
Obviously, like tech can't fully replace human connection,
Right.
but it can help. It can play a part in making it easier to connect and to fight that loneliness. You've got companion robots like EliQ.
Yeah.
It's more than just a cute little gadget. It's
Right.
it's designed to have actual conversations, like meaningful ones, and it learns about what the person's interested in.
Yeah.
And it can even, connect them with family and friends through video calls or social media.
Hmm. That's an interesting way to think about it. It's not about like replacing human relationships. It's more like using tech to kind of bridge the gap
Exactly, yeah.
and maybe even create more opportunities to connect. So,
Yeah.
okay, we've got the safety stuff and kind of the social aspect. But what about just like the more day-to-day practical stuff, like helping with tasks around the house?
Well, that's where AI-powered smart homes and these like assistive robots can come in, right?
Okay.
Imagine a house that adjusts the lighting and temperature for you based on, what you like. It reminds you when to take your medication.
Oh, wow.
And it even helps you with chores, like vacuuming or laundry.
Yeah.
And it's not about like turning seniors into people who can't do anything for themselves, right?
Right.
It's about giving them the tools to stay independent, keep that dignity for as long as possible.
Yeah, and I was reading about the Smart Help project, and that seems really cool.
Oh yeah, tell me about that one.
They don't just like plop a robot down in your house and say good luck,
Yeah.
right?
No, no.
They use AI to create like a personalized assistance plan. So it's tailored to each person's abilities and what they need help with.
That's the key right there, the personalization. So important.
Yeah, it seems like that makes a huge difference.
And it goes beyond just physical help, too.
Oh, okay.
AI can help with like cognitive tasks too. So things like managing finances or scheduling appointments or even just, keeping your brain sharp with like personalized brain training games.
Wow.
So you're creating this like holistic system, one that can really address the needs of aging individuals on all these different levels.
Okay, so this is all sounding pretty amazing. Like the possibilities are incredible.
Yeah.
But let's be real for a second. There's got to be some downsides to all this, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, one of the biggest worries is that we might end up dehumanizing care.
Right.
If we just swap out human interaction for technology, especially when it comes to like emotional support and companionship. And while AI can definitely play a role, it's important to remember it should be adding to human care,
Yeah.
not totally replacing it.
Right. Right. Because I can see how relying too much on robots or whatever could lead to people being even more isolated,
Mm-hmm.
even if that's not the intention.
Yeah, it's a tricky balance to find.
And what about the practical challenges? Like, what if the technology breaks
Yeah.
or it just gets like outdated? That happens all the time with technology.
Right. Well, those are valid concerns.
Yeah.
AI systems, they're just like any tech. They can have glitches.
Uh-huh.
They need updates. So it's really important to have good support systems in place, like trained professionals who can, fix problems and make sure that seniors are getting the help they need. And of course, tech moves so fast these days. We've got to be ready to adapt all the time because today's, amazing solution might be old news in a couple of years. So ongoing research and development, that's essential.
That makes sense. When you think of the big picture, I also worry about AI making existing inequalities even worse.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what about seniors who can't afford these fancy technologies or
Yeah.
people who aren't comfortable using them? Are we going to end up with like a digital divide in senior care?
It's a really important issue. And accessibility and affordability, those have to be top priorities. We need to make sure that everyone has access to these technologies. It doesn't matter how much money they have or their tech skills, right?
Yeah.
So that means coming up with cost-effective solutions, providing training and support, and really pushing for policies that make AI-powered senior care available to everybody.
You've brought up some really important points. It seems like we need to be aware of both, like the good and the bad when it comes to AI. What steps can we take to make sure that this technology is being used ethically?
Well, I think it starts with conversations like this, actually. Being open and honest. We need to educate ourselves and then other people about the potential benefits and risks of AI in senior care, and really think deeply about those ethical and practical challenges.
So knowledge is power,
Yeah.
basically. The more we know, the better decisions we can make, right? Both for ourselves and for our loved ones.
Exactly. And remember, this isn't just about technology, it's about people. We got to keep human well-being at the center of everything we do with AI in senior care.
All this talk about how fast technology changes
Hmm.
really makes you wonder, what's next for AI in senior care? Like, what's on the horizon that has you excited?
Well, one area that's just exploding with possibilities is personalized medicine.
Right.
Like, imagine AI analyzing your genes, your lifestyle, your medical history to create custom treatment plans.
Wow.
We're talking medications and therapies that are literally designed for you, maximizing their effectiveness and minimizing those nasty side effects. It's like having a personal health advisor who knows you better than you know yourself.
That sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's actually happening, right?
It is, and it's already making waves in senior care, for example.
Yeah.
There are AI systems that can analyze patient data and identify those at high risk of developing certain conditions. So you can intervene early and focus on prevention. It's a huge shift from reacting to health problems to actually getting ahead of them using data and AI insights.
That's incredible. So AI could help seniors stay healthier longer, potentially avoiding serious issues altogether. What else is coming down the pipeline?
Another game changer is AI-powered prosthetics and assistive devices. Think robotic limbs that learn and adapt to an individual's movements and needs, providing seamless intuitive support, or smart walkers that detect obstacles and adjust their path to prevent falls.
Those advancements could be life-changing for seniors, with mobility challenges giving them back their independence and allowing them to fully engage with life. It's amazing how AI could break down those barriers and open up new possibilities.
Absolutely. And of course, we'll see continued evolution of companion robots and virtual assistants, even more sophisticated companions that can engage in meaningful conversations, provide cognitive stimulation, and even offer physical therapy guidance.
So we're not just talking about reminders to take your pills, but AI companions that can help seniors stay mentally and physically active and even provide a sense of purpose and connection.
Precisely. And it's crucial to remember that these advancements aren't just about extending lifespan, but enhancing quality of life. It's about helping seniors live their golden years to the fullest with dignity, joy, and independence.
Okay, so we've got personalized medicine, advanced assistive devices, super smart companions. What about the ethical concerns? Are there any new challenges on the horizon that we should be thinking about?
As AI gets smarter, we need to stay ahead of the ethical curve. One concern is algorithmic bias. AI systems learn from data, and if that data reflects existing societal biases, the AI can perpetuate those biases in its decision-making. For instance, an AI system used to allocate healthcare resources could inadvertently discriminate against certain groups of seniors if the training data reflects existing healthcare disparities.
So we need to be really careful about the data used to train these AI systems, ensuring it's diverse and representative of the people they're supposed to serve. That's a huge responsibility.
It is, and it's not just the data, it's the algorithms processing that data we need to ensure they're transparent, accountable, and fair. And we need strong oversight mechanisms to monitor and mitigate potential biases.
That brings up data privacy, too. These AI systems are gathering tons of personal information about seniors' health habits, even social interactions. How can we ensure that data is protected and used responsibly?
Data privacy is paramount. We need clear, enforceable regulations governing data collection, storage, and use. Seniors need control over their own data and must be fully informed about how it's being used, and we need to be vigilant in preventing data breaches and misuse.
It seems like there's a lot to consider as AI becomes more integrated into senior care. We need to be proactive in addressing these ethical challenges.
Yep.
We can't just assume technology will automatically be used for good.
Absolutely. We need to be thoughtful and intentional in how we design, deploy, and regulate these technologies, striking a balance between innovation and responsibility, ensuring AI serves humanity, not the other way around.
Okay, so we've covered the exciting advancements and the ethical challenges, but what about the practical side? How can we make sure these technologies are actually accessible and affordable for seniors?
Accessibility and affordability are essential. AI-powered senior care can't become a luxury only for the wealthy. We must work towards making these technologies affordable and accessible to everyone regardless of their income or tech skills.
So that means reducing costs, developing user-friendly interfaces that are accessible to seniors with varying levels of tech savviness, and providing training and support to help them feel comfortable using these tools.
Exactly. It's about making sure everyone benefits from AI's potential, not just a select few, and ensuring these technologies are integrated into senior care in a way that complements human care, not replaces it.
It's a collaborative effort then. It's not just scientists and engineers developing the technology, but policymakers, healthcare providers, seniors themselves and their families all working together to create a future where AI empowers seniors to live their best lives.
Precisely, it's about creating a future where technology and humanity work together to enhance well-being, foster independence, and promote dignity for all seniors. And it begins with conversations like this, exploring both the possibilities and challenges with open minds, and a shared commitment to ethical and responsible innovation.
You know, I'm starting to feel much more optimistic about the future of senior care.
Yeah.
It's clear AI has the potential to make a real difference, but only if we're thoughtful and intentional about how we use it.
I agree. It's an exciting time to be involved in this field, and I'm eager to see how AI continues to evolve and shape the future of senior care in the years to come.
It feels like we've just scratched the surface here. You know, like what else is out there? What's on your research wish list? What are those big problems, maybe even, impossible sounding ones that you'd love to see AI tackle in the future of senior care?
Oh man, so many. One thing that I'm really passionate about is using AI to personalize not just the medicine like we talked about, but the whole experience of aging.
Yeah.
Like imagine a system that learns your preferences, your habits, even picks up on your emotional state. And then it creates a totally customized care plan just for you.
Wow.
Suggests activities you'd enjoy, finds social groups that match your interests, even adjusts your home environment to fit what you need. So it's not just a one-size-fits-all approach anymore.
Right, right. It's really like tailored to you.
Exactly. Truly personalized and human-centered.
Like a personal concierge for your well-being as you get older.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing. We've talked a lot about how AI can directly help seniors, but what about supporting the caregivers?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Caregiving, it can be so demanding, right? Both physically and emotionally.
Oh, for sure.
And AI could really lighten that load, like automating some tasks, providing monitoring and support in real time, even giving a personalized advice to caregivers based on who they're caring for and what their needs are. So think about it, like AI could analyze a senior's behavior patterns and alert the caregiver to potential problems way before they even know.
Oh, wow.
Or it could provide some evidence-based tips on how to how to deal with difficult situations.
That could be huge. I mean,
Yeah.
for so many families who are trying to balance caregiving with their own lives.
Absolutely. It's about supporting the whole system, not just the seniors themselves.
So as we're wrapping up this deep dive, any final thoughts for our listeners? About how to navigate all this crazy fast-moving world of AI and senior care.
I think the most important thing is just to stay informed. This field is changing so quickly, so it's crucial to keep up with the advancements, the ethical stuff, the practical implications, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Do your research. Speak up for the kind of future you want to see, because the choices we're making right now, they're shaping the future of senior care. So we got to make sure those choices are smart, they're ethical, and they're truly focused on what's best for people.
That's a great point. Knowledge is power, and
Hmm.
and in this case, it's how we make sure that AI is being used to empower seniors, help those who care for them, and just create a future where everyone can age with dignity. Well, thanks so much for joining me for this incredible deep dive. It's been enlightening, and honestly, I'm feeling a lot more optimistic about the possibilities.
It's been my pleasure. And remember, the future of senior care it's in our hands. Let's do this right.